Well, it's the end of my trip. It is Sunday, 10:30 a.m. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to load up and go. And that's only because I've done this before in 45 minutes. That is only because it poured last night. It poured so hard from, I don't know, about 9 p.m. to about 2 a.m. It poured. And if y'all recall, a few years ago, I had a disastrous camping experience where I learned the very hard way that tents have an expiration date. I got to pull over because my glasses have fogged up. And I only have one hand. I can't hold camera. And, oh yeah, speaking of, I have 3 mounts with me. 3. All 3 are packed. Out of reach. I'm going to crack the window. So a few years ago, I learned the hard way that tents have an expiration date. I did not know that. I did not know that you're also supposed to seal your seams and they'll last longer. So I was camping by myself and I was so excited because it was going to rain, and I had my first camping experience was in a tent, snug, warm, tight, no problem. So I was enjoying my evening, having a little snacky snack, laying in the bed with the space heater on, and suddenly my flip-flops went floating past me. I'm like, whoa. And anyway, this is a brand new tent. It's only a couple, maybe less than 3 years old. And so when it started raining, I knew I was fine because it's fairly new, even though I have not sealed the seams, which I am going to do very soon. I knew it was going to be fine. But it just kept raining, and I'm telling you, it was harsh. It was harsh, and I kept looking at the weather, and I kept saying 12 a.m. it'll stop, 1 a.m. it'll stop, 2 a.m. it'll stop. So finally it showed 3 a.m. with just like one raindrop, meaning just a little light rain. Well, I don't know what time it was, maybe midnight. My floor started floating a little bit. It was floating just a little bit. I know I've said in a previous video that I've learned that the tarp you put under your tent there can be no exposed parts. And I even pointed out that I had a little corner I need to tuck under. I didn't tuck it under, but I was fine. I was absolutely fine. Very little water came in. I'm talking about a drop here and a drop there. Not even enough to collect. There was a little collection of water by the door, but I doubt it was an ounce of water. So it wasn't even a close call. I was fine. And I'm going to go down here to Hercules Loop and scout out my next site, because this one, it wasn't my favorite. It was not my favorite. And I'm used to the Hercules Loop or U-Pod down here. So I'm going to go scope out the one I want to use next time before I go home. But the reason why it took me so long to pack up and go is because even though I had everything secured to keep dry last night, the wind pushed my 3-drawer, I can't say drawer right, my 3-drawer rolling cart that I use as a kitchenette. I had rolled it under the tailgate so it would stay dry, and the wind must have blowed it out because every drawer was full of water. Not full, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't even know if this is the one I'm supposed to turn at. I wasn't looking at the map. But so I lost some stuff. Nothing important, like rolls of paper towels and stacks of napkins, stuff like that. What is that? Is that a camp host? That must be a camp host. That lady works here because she's been riding around waving. I think she's checking to see when people are leaving. But it took me quite a while to clean stuff up, to get it cleaned up, as best I could, considering I had no well, I didn't have a water hose to use. But what's this way? Red Oak. I don't think I want that. I think that's strictly RV. I don't know. I don't think I've ever camped on Red Oak. I think I should have gone down one whole. I think I'm at the boat ramp. I'm just going to circle around. But yeah, it's just everything was wet. And so it took a while to get everything put away. So when I get home, it's going to be the real job. That it's going to be a lot of work, because you can't put a tent and tarp and blankets away that are damp. They're not wet, they're damp. And the tarp and the tent has leaves stuck to it. You can't put that away like that, because it'll get all moldy and it'll destroy it. So I've got several hours of work when I get home cleaning this stuff up. Something I can't remember if I put in my video yesterday was I know I did tell y'all that I made a mistake in my pallet gear that I brought. So first night I slept so uncomfortable. My hip bones were grinding into the ground. It was so bad because I didn't have that egg crate that I normally bring. So I went to Walmart and looked, and they had this piece of garbage twin mattress. It was like $78. And I thought, you know what? I'll have it forever. I'll use it for all my camping stuff. So I gotta be quiet. I didn't want the guy walking on the road to hear me talking like a dummy. So I got that, brought it into the tent, made up the bed. Oh, it was wonderful. It's just a simple 6-inch twin mattress. It was wonderful. Game changer. Very, very comfortable. I loved it. It was nice. But okay, this is Hercules. I think I've been on this one before. Several times actually. So let's look and find a site that has a good amount of trees in between the other sides. Now see, this one, even though it's at the road, I like how this first one, I like how the campfire is actually back away from the road. This is number 72. This is not bad. Even though it is right at the road. Look how far back the picnic table and the campfire is. So I could back the truck up. That's not too bad. So I'm going to try and remember 72. And this twin mattress is in the back seat here. It was a little heavy getting out. I was telling somebody how I was able to pick it up with my hand easily in the tent, but that's one thing. But actually dragging it out, and why is there nobody out here? This is weird. Dragging it is another thing. Now see, here's another good one. Look at the good amount of trees in between this one. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. 73 and 79. That's done. 73 and 79. That's what I will do next time. I'm saying it over and over, so I'll hopefully remember. But had a very good night, even though it was kind of hairy with the rain. And oh my gosh, there was one time, it was really weird. A red light flashed, and it was in the same position of my brake lights. And I jumped up, and I'm like, that's weird. Why was there a red light right there? So I grabbed my keys, and I double-clicked. I'm fanatic about locking my doors, but I double-clicked it. And I double-clicked it, and sure enough, that red light came up again, right where I had saw it. So that was weird. I have no idea what that was about. Looks like somebody has their trash way away from their campsite. I hope they don't leave that there. They have a trash bag set out. But anyway, I'm heading home, and at some point in the next couple of days, I will do a haul, just like I did last year. Last year I did a haul of my things I got at the consignment shops. A lot of Christmas. That man's still walking there. I don't want him to think I'm recording him. Some things that I've already pulled out to use for Christmas this year. Waving at me for the third time, bless his heart. So I got a couple of things that I will have a little haul and show y'all. So I'm heading home now, and this mattress is in the back here. It's not obscuring my view completely. See the rear view mirror? But a little bit, and I hate that. I hate not being able to see out my rear view mirror. But so here comes the trip home, where I'm fanatically watching my side view mirrors, making sure the tarp has not come off the stuff back there and nothing's flying out. So Here's to a safe drive home. And I'm going to go ahead and book my next trip. Probably April or something. I don't know. When it's still cool outside. Oh crap. Why not come back in January and April? Anyway. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to try and find me a Whataburger on the way home. Bye.